Many people of all races like to think the history of race in America is something like this. There was slavery, it was bad, Lincoln freed the slaves, then Martin Luther King Jr. brought in civil rights, then Obama was elected, and it's all good. Not so much. It's a pleasant summary, but it actually skips the violence and the horror and the true telling of what actually happened. And we are here to have a conversation today. And we are not going to fear the truth of our own history. Because you cannot advance good if you don't confront bad. And you cannot seek renewal if you are not willing to dig into the uncomfortable truths about how we got here today. Today in America, we grapple with race. My most recent documentary for CNN took a look at the relationship between black people and the police. And our documentary happened to coincide with several high-profile killings by police of black men in Missouri and New York City and Ohio and elsewhere. And our documentary opened with the video of the choking death of Eric Garner. You'll remember he said, "I can't breathe." Happened in Staten Island. And we focused on the statistics that we knew about in stop and frisk policy in New York City. And one very disturbing statistic was that in a roughly 10-year period in New York, approximately 5 million people were stopped by police. 83% of them were black and Hispanic men. And 90%, that's 90%, were not found guilty of any crime. Not a felony, not a misdemeanor. They didn't get a ticket. 9 out of 10 people had done nothing. Our documentary profiled a young man named Keyshan who's been stopped 100 times, starting from when he was about 13 years old, and he describes the humiliation of being pushed up against a wall and searched. A wall on his college campus as his classmates are walking by and his professors are walking by. What does it do to people to be considered a suspect constantly in their own neighborhood because of the color of their skin? Our history isn't black history, squeezed into the shortest month of the year. It's American history, and it's got its amazing narratives, and it's got its inspirational moments, and it has its very ugly parts. And we need to confront them and dissect them and consider the implications of them as we wrestle with the challenges of racial conflict in modern-day America.